Digital education for all. Development of technology-enchanted learnings for unemployed persons. The content of this publication reflects the view only of the author, and the Commission cannot be held responsible for any use which may be made of the information contained therein. E-Citizen, Eurocreator. Table of Contents. Who a e-citizen is. Understanding the nature of email. Searching for information. E-participation. Web forms. Shop safely. Chapter 1. Who an e-citizen is. A citizen or electronic citizen refers to an individual who actively engages in civic activities and participates in the affairs of their community, or though through online platforms and digital means. A citizenship involves using technology to interact with government services, access information, and contribute to public discussion. The Internet is not only a valuable tool for communicating and finding information. More and more organizations and government offices are using the Internet, both to provide information and their services. In the situation, people who lack the skills to use the Internet safely do not know how to use the Internet safely. An e-citizen is a person who using information and communication technology searches for the information he/she needs on the Internet and is able to select and use it. Uses email, receives and responds emails, adding attachment and efficiently filters unwanted correspondence. Use a bank account, make payments for service. Handle necessary administration tasks. Communicate freely with relatives and family. Is able to make purchases without leaving home. Today, almost every family, school or business has a computer with Internet access. The Internet has become the most effective and also the fastest medium of communicating. Companies and institutions have a website there to post their offer. www site where they post their offer. Thanks to the Internet, we can do our shopping, see train and bus timetables, perform financial operation or play computer games. Thanks to the Internet, it is possible to access many services, such as searching for information located on computers all over the world. Example, on the websites, shopping in online shops, distance learning and publishing, opening bank accounts and performing banking operation on bank sites, using the services of various authorities. Entertainment, listening to the radio, watching TV, films, playing computer games between players from all over the world. Communication, email, instant messages, for example, GG, Skype. Cloud storage services, Dropbox, Microsoft OneDrive, Google Drive. Chapter 2. Understanding the nature of email. Electronic mail is a very popular internet service that makes it possible to you to send a letter quickly and receive a reply after a while, even from very far away. Mailbox. Every email user has his or her own mailbox on a particular server or accounts, by means of which he sends and receives correspondence. Email account. The electronic mail account where mail is sent has an email address. Advantages of the email system. Exchange messages. Email allows individuals to exchange messages with friends, family, and acquaintances. It's an efficient way to stay in touch, share news, and have ongoing conversation. Professional communication. Email is widely used in the workplace for professional communication and enable colleagues, clients, and businesses partners to share information, collaborate on projects, schedule meetings, and discuss work-related matters. Online services. Many online services, platforms, and websites require users to have an email address for registration and account creation. Email is used for account verification, password reset, notification, and other communication related to this service. Marketing. Email is a popular channel for marketing and communicating purposes. Organization and businesses use email to send newsletters, promotional offers, updates, and announcements to their subscriber and customer. Invitation. Email can be used to send invitation to event, meeting, social gathering. Achieve. Emails can be achieved and serve as a record of conversation, agreement, of important documentation. This can be beneficial for future reference or documental purposes. The email account, internet mailbox, for example, the place where we will receive mail addressed to us, is always located on the email server or some company. In fact, an account is a separate piece of space on the hard disk of such a computer and a program which operates it and remembers, example, its name and name of the computer and remembers its name and password. Email accounts are hosted on computers operated by companies or organizations that can keep them switched on all the time, 24 hours a day, 365 or 6 days a year. It is a good idea to prepare yourself a few login templates in advance. Some may already be taken, and a password. A secure password should be at least 8 characters long and contain upper and lower case letters. Extending a password by even 1 character and using other type of character, numbers, punctuation marks, digital punctuation marks, and other special characters in addition to upper or lower case letters, increasing the time required to establish a password many times over to establishing it by the method of trying all possible combinations. Furthermore, a secure password should be changed regularly, should not be in any dictionary and therefore be meaningless, should not be applied in the same way to all accounts, should not be stored openly in the computer's memory, in the telephone's memory. If a password manager is used, this is permissible, should not be stored openly in a memory of your computer, phone, accessible if you use password manager which acts as kind of safe, should not be shared with other people. If we do not follow the above rules, the protection of our account, for example, email, an online bank, shop, service, social network, will be. Emails should be checked frequently and unnecessary emails deleted so that they do not take up space and make it difficult to search for participant letters. You can confirm your email program so that so-called junk mail, for example spam or advertisement, is directed to folders created for this purpose. Before emptying such a folder, it is a good idea to look through its contents because important emails may end up there. Spam. Unwanted or unnecessary emails. The essence of spam is the sending of a large amount of information with the same contents of an unknown person. It does not matter what the contents of the message is. Law has prohibited sending unsolicited commercial correspondence to user commercial correspondence. Instead, we usually receive a shortened information about the product with a request for clicking to send commercial offer concerning this project or a click on a link. Most spammers today, especially commercial spammers, have specialized in deceiving potential victim. One of the most common place is to ask the spammer to send the email back to the victim who does not wish to receive any more messages from him. Usually, the spammers do not want to remove the victim from the list. Most email users use an email program to operate their email account. It offers both a range of tools for receiving, sending, and sorting emails, as well as appropriately speed. When using an email program, we work all the time in the application installed on the local computer and we only connect to the internet. When using an email program, we work all the time in the application. Mail programmers includes, among others, Mail app for Windows 10, Windows Live Mail Service, Microsoft Outlook, Thunderbird, the Bat, Opera Mail. Chapter 3. Searching for information. The Internet as an immeasurable area of information has come to be known as cyberspace. Of course, for a piece of information to appear on the Internet, someone has to put it there first. If a piece of information is missing, we put it there ourselves. The Internet is growing at such a rare rate that finding anything on it is very difficult. Currently, there are tens of billions of web pages on the Internet. The largest search engine, Google Index, serves billion pages, and this is the amount already pre-selected by its algorithms. Then there is the invisible part of the Internet, the darknet, which search engines cannot index. The problem is not a lack of information, but there is too much information. To search effectively for information on the Internet effectively using newsgroups, discussion forums, we can find a lot of information on discussion groups and forums that cover almost everything. Search engine, a website that allows you to search the database of websites and display addresses of those pages that contain the keyword searching for. Search engineers as a specific type of internet tools allowing to find a website both in the catalog of local and global websites. The most popular search engine at the moment is Google. You also used are Yahoo or the default search engine in Microsoft Edge. The simplest way to search is to enter the keywords which we want to find the desired page. Example of keyword as job, contract, bank, window, wood, off-road, car for sale, behaviors, actions, religion, etc. Image search. At the Google, enter a keyword in the search field of the find the image of interest on the internet and click search. On the next page of the Google service bar, click graphic. Google will search for the web all types of images that may match your search type. You can click on results that is an image to see a larger version of the image, additional information as well as the website it came from. Searching for films. Like images, we can search for films. After entering a search term in the search field, in the service bar of Google, click on the film option. Google will search the web for sites with films and the film information that may match your search. Searching for communication connection. We can look up connection on the web, air, rail, bus, ferries, as well as book or buy tickets for various models of transport. Search for places and location. Using the Google Street Engine search engine, you can search for places, companies, properties on maps, view satellite images of various places in Croatia and worldwide. To access this type of search engine, click More, Maps on the Google service bar. An additional function on Google Maps is route mapping. Google Earth is a computer program that allows the display on a three-dimensional model of the globe of satellite images. Aerial photographs, panoramas taken from street levels, and various types of geographic and tourist information. Acquiring, searching, browsing, and using information are essential activities in today's world. If we want to know the definition of a term, the biography of the person, to find more information on a historical fact, geographical site, etc., it is best to use an online encyclopedia, for example, Wikipedia. You can also use dictionaries and translator of the internet on sites such as Google Translator. There is a lot of outdated and even downright false information on the internet for the posting on, which is only responsible for posting in. The information posted often becomes very quickly outdated, and authors sometimes fail to remove or update it. You can look for the materials you need for your work and study in many different places. It is worth remembering that many cultures, institutions digitize and make available online materials on science, art, and literature, creating text database. Digital laboratories and museums are being created. Via the internet, we can also make use of the library's online catalogs. These allow you to check if your book is available in a particular library, on which shelf it can be found, and what it's all about. Web pages contain text, graphics, and hyperlinks, a piece of text or an image. A piece of text from a page can be highlighted, copied via the clipboard, and pasted into a text document or email, for example. You can do the same with graphic. The copied image can be posted into a text document, for example, Microsoft Word, Open Microsoft Writer, or a graphic, Paint, GIMP, Photoshop, and other documents. Copying a hyperlink from a web page is in principle very similar. However, by copying the address, we are copying the link contained to the text or image. To do this, we do not need to do select or any text or graphic element, but click right on the and select copy link address from pop-up menu. Chapter 4. E-participation. E-participation, also known as electronic participation, refers to the use of digital technologies and online platforms to enable citizens to engage, participate, and contribute to decision-making process and public affairs. It involves learning technology and enhance civic engagement and involve a broader range of individuals in democratic process. E-participation aims to bridge the gap between citizen and government, allowing for more inclusive and accessible form of participation. It enables individuals to voice their opinions, share ideas, and contribute to policy discussion, irrespectively of geographic located of physical barriers. It's the seamless competition of everyday tasks, such as, but not limited to, e-shopping, online banking, paying bills, making tourist reservation, accessing a variety of information services, filling out tax returns, finding out about new legislation, applying for a job, enrolling in a course, making an appointment with a doctor, participating in online discussion forums, social networks, blog, portals, auction sites, film, video, music site, financial services, advertisement service, employment services, tourist service, e-shops, science and education websites. Chapter 5. Web forms. The most important thing is to websites often have forms that the user call fill in. Example, when logging into an account, buying goods in an online shop, registering on a social network site, etc. Social network site. Such a form is drawn up by webmasters and placed on the website. A form is a web document that allows the reader of a page to interactively retrieve or submit information. A form takes the form of an electronic questionnaire, which is filled in directly on the website. It is possible to type in text, answer a question, and select one or another. There are several types of fields in the forms: text boxes, text areas, password fields, checkbox, options field, selection list, file. There is no single rule that should be followed. Carefully read the explanation next to the field, and then your mistakes can be avoided. If one of the fields is not completed correctly, after clicking on the register button or similar like submit, create account, you will be notified that the form is not completed correctly, and the incorrect fields will be highlighted in a different color. If, however, after completing the form, you decide that you want to cancel the service, you should clear it. There's usually a button below the form with the relevant option Cancel. We can also reverse the page, the data, and it should disappear. Understanding the importance of data control in form. Underneath forms, it is increasingly common to see images with string of different characters, words, string of letters, and numbers. Such codes must be transcribed accurately into the field provided for the purpose. This is a final confirmation that the data entered into the form is corrected and that we want to see it in the server. Underneath the forms, there are some various annotation. Consent to the processing our personal data by the site owner without a stickle. You will not be able to register on the site or carry out any other process. Acceptance of term and condition, consent of the sending of newsletters or advertising material. The problem of the potential operating is unauthorized internet provider and the risk of using their using. How to fill in online form safely. Before filling in form and completing an online registration or transaction, make sure that you are on the right site. Understand the risk of your securing the data details on the ATM card while filling out the form, including the possibility of taking procedure steps. Customers love payment cards. Convenience, speed, security, and not feeling like spending money are just some of the reasons for the popularity of these payment methods. Banks and merchants also value them. Bank cards are next to cash the most popular not cash payment method. Payment cards allow transaction not only at ATM and in shops. Equipped with terminals, many also offer the possibility of making remote payment over the internet. There are many advantages of paying by card, but card user should be aware of security measure. Whether they are using the card to make purchase in a stationary or online shop, or to withdraw cash from the ATM, they must be aware that they could fall victim to thief or fraud. A basic security principle that we should always bear in mind is the protection of card data, such as PIN, card number, expired data, and CVV2 or CVC2 code. This data should never fall into wrong hands, as this is how fraudsters gain access to our money. How do I pay securely with my card online? There are three key pieces of information on the card that allow you to make transactions online: the card number, expire date, and the CVV2 or CVC2 code. A fraudster who knows this information can pay with our card online and buy various products at our expense. This is why the CVV2 and CVC2 code is just as attractive to thieves as the PIN password for our card. to obtain it, cyber criminals create, for example, websites or non-existing shop. Infect the cardholder's company with a modification virus that make it possible to interact the code or ask the cardholder to enter the code by impersonating the cards to provide the code, disguising as a bank employee. Disclosing the CVV2 or CVC2 code can be just as fatal as phishing for a PIN. If your car is stolen or lost, cancel it immediately. Do this also if you have responsible suspicion that the PIN or card details have been found out by a third party, if you do not know the telephone number. What are the advantages of internet payment? Convenience and speed. Payment is made online, so goods can be sent us to immediately after making the order. Time saving. The purchase of goods does not require a physical visit to a shop. Universality. The same card can be used to pay at e-shop in any part of the world. Security. Our card details are not made available to the shop, which only receive confirmation of the authorization. No additional cost. Save. Chapter 6. Shop safely. Problems in an e-commercial transaction are often caused by inattentive consumer who forgot, for example, to read the shop's terms and conditions or do not check who the seller they are buying from is. Here are the basic rules for safe online shopping recommended by the European Consumer Center. Check the contact details and credibility of the trade. Look for trade's full contact details on the website of the internet shop. If they allow you to collect the goods in person, there's a sign that they have nothing to hide. Providing only an email, a telephone number, or a post box, this is not enough to consider the trade trustworthy. A website address with an extension does not necessarily mean you are dealing with the online shop registered in that country. Do not click on a link sent to you by an email or you may fall victim to fraud. Commercial offers from shop arrive in our email inbox. If you are interested in buying one of their products, do not go to the trade's website via the link in the email, but enter the name of the shop in a search engine and only visit the website. Why? Sometimes a fraudster with an identical looking website impersonated as a well-known shop. In this way, they try to trick you into paying for goods you will never receive. Choose a shop with a certificate of trust. Look for viewers of the seller. It is worth checking whether the trade belongs to a scheme guaranteeing good practices and certain service standards. A retailer who holds such a consider reliability unsafe for customers. Membership of the system is evidenced by graphic symbols placed by eShop in a prominent position on their website. These labels are accompanied by relevant information about the scope or criteria covered by the certificate. Another useful hits are the rating of customers who have previously used the shop service. It is worth looking for them in online forum or consumer feedback service. Review marks as trusted are particularly valuable as they were written by actual customers and not, for example, the shop's employee or competition. Check the security of your payment. Look for a padlock on the shop website, usually at the bottom of the screen, indicating secure connection, or choose to pay by simple bank transfer. During the transaction, check that you have a secure connection in the HTTPS protocol shown in the address field of the website and that the merchant provides a step-by-step contact procedure. Check the cost and time of delivery, postal or courier. If a shop promised to deliver within 24 or 48 hours of your order, it must honor the commitment. However, if there are only a few days until Christmas and the retailer does not guarantee delivery within a certain time, ask about the possibility of collecting person or choose to buy in sterilization shop. Remember that you have 10 days to withdraw from the contract, no cost to you. If you do not like the gift you bought online, you can return the product without any circumstances except for shipping card to the seller. The time limit for sending the declaration of withdrawal to the trade is 10 calendar days in Poland and at least 7 working days in other EU countries. The products must be sent back within a further 14 days. The seller is obligated to inform you of this. If he fails to do this, the withdrawal period is extended to 3 months. The rights of withdrawal does not apply, among other things, to contract for accommodation, transport, tourist service and purchase by account on the shop. Do not be afraid to make a complaint. You have the right to complain about any goods bought in the EU within 2 years from the day they were delivered. If a trade does not want to take your claims into account, ask the municipal or district consumer for help. If any online shop based in another EU country behaves unfairly, file a complaint with the European Customs Centre. Keep your correspondence with the seller in case of dispute. You will be able to prove your case. Print or copy the page on which order confirms appear. You can do this by taking that as now a screenshot. It is also a good idea to copy the view of the shop website with the offer you use. Save a copy of the contract on the shop's regulation. Do not delete any emails corresponding with the trade. No later than any time of delivered, you should receive, in within or another durable medium, a confirmation of the conclusion to the contract with a specific withdrawal period and the returns of goods purchased online. The phrase returns of the goods is equated with withdrawal from the contract, but there is a legal difference between withdrawal from the contract and the mere act of returning the goods. Traders sometimes mislead consumers as to how the withdrawal period is actually calculated. They inform that in order to effectively withdraw from a contract concluded over the internet, it is necessary to send back the goods within 14 days, counting from the moment the consumer has taken possession of them. The only necessity of and subsequent condition for withdrawal is the sending of the declaration of withdrawal. From the moment on, another 14 days to send back the goods run. The provision of the law do not say that failure to send back the goods with this period retains the withdrawal ineffectively. Failure to send the goods back on time, however, has another consequences. The seller may withdraw a refund until it has received the item back or proof of postage. The customer can be held liable for damage for improper informants if the seller proves that he has suffered financial loss. However, the mere fact that the goods have not been dispatched within 14 days of receipt or that they have not reached the seller on time is not grounds to question the effectiveness of the withdrawal. Thank you.